The bathroom breaks, go get your beverage, get your chips and popcorn. We're about to unplug from the Matrix together. And again, thank you very much for being here. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at Montega, Montaga. That is Montega, Montaga. There is only one Montega. There is only one America. There is only one you. And again, thank you for unplugging from the Matrix here with me. The show will start in just a moment. Don't forget, visit the Echelon platform to get all the amazing merch. Make sure that you are supporting the show by wearing it on your body. We have tons of new merch out there for you guys. So feel free to go get you something that represents you being unplugged from the Matrix and from under the control of the deep state and the Illuminati. The show is about to start soon. Hey everybody, this is Tony Montega, Tony X, Antone Tucker. Thank you for being here. The show will start in one moment. So go make sure you take care of the bathroom breaks. Go get your beverage, get your chips and popcorn. We're about to unplug from the Matrix together. And again, thank you very much for being here. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at Montega, Montaga. That is Montega, Montaga. There is only one Montega. There is only one America. There is only one you. And again, thank you for unplugging from the Matrix here with me. The show will start in just a moment. Don't forget, visit the Echelon platform to get all the amazing merch. Make sure that you are supporting the show. Due to adult language, themes, and images, I'm going to warn you, don't have your children around. Please don't let your children hear the language. Please, viewers' discretion is advised. I gave you a warning. Now let's get into the show. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, because somewhere around the world it is truly what time it is, and I'm your host, the dopest political analyst on this planet and the most fed, former congressional and senatorial candidate of these United States. Antone Tucker, Tony Montega, Tone Montega, Tony X Montega, the truth, the threat, the legend, Neo, the wisest man in the room, and I'm here with you when we are free. From the Matrix. Thank you very much for unplugging here with me today. And excuse me, today's show, we're going to talk about the terrorist plot that was foiled in California. I love to give you a different perspective than what you would see on the news. We will play, of course, some clips. And first, we're going to give you just some brief information. California has the strictest gun laws in the United States. And they've led the nation in active shooters since 2020. From 2020 to 2024, they've had the most active shooters in the nation. This is the most impoverished state, which was the gold standard of the country. California used to be called the original Gold Coast, because people would go there and find gold. Strike it big, oil, you name it. And then people who pretended to have dumb ideas got elected with intentional ideas. Playing a game of charades. Each politician from different sides planning on how they wanted to just defraud the people. It's your turn, it's my turn. Tag team, I'm in. So while they say these things and we say to ourselves, this sounds like the most idiotic thing in the whole entire world. They know there are people who will buy it because the people are so hurting so much, they'll take anything they can get. So if the lie sounds good enough, what the hell? Give me that too. Because you're at a point where what can you do? What can you do? Every time you pick somebody, it's just pretty much the same thing. And in terms of California, you haven't seen any real representation in decades. This isn't happen. This did not happen overnight. But what happened was us, the people. We didn't really do any kind of deep diving or investigating into the people that we were told to elect. And now that your eyes are open and you realize the CIA has been manipulating the population to a great deal, now you're aware that most of these politicians, 90% of them, weren't picked by you or I. They were put there with a great campaign and a propaganda machine unlike anything in human history. We're going to play this clip real quick. Oh, not Dusty. Hold on. Not you, Dusty. Not you. Not you. You. There you go. Yeah, don't worry. We got a Dusty we're going to talk about a little bit later. We got a Dusty we're going to talk about. There's always a Dusty to talk about. And whether you, some people will say, well, what's a Dusty? Anyone that comes here from anywhere in the world, I don't care what country you come from. But you come here and you disrespect the country that's giving you every opportunity that you have in your life. And you came from somewhere else where you didn't have any opportunities at all. Your country's dusty. You're dusty. You and your country is dusty. So that's for everybody. I don't know if we can hear this. Hold on, you guys. Boss lady, give me a quick mic check. Tell me if you can hear me on Rumble. If the people watching on Rumble, if you can hear this, let me know, please. Got elected with intentional ideas, playing a game of charades. Each politician from different sides planning on how they wanted to just the. All right, I caught it, y'all, and I caught the echo, so I'm sorry. I'm glad that I checked this audio going in. I did say a lot, though. That's pretty much, that's, let me see how many minutes we're in. Let me see, 2, 3, 4, about 5 minutes in. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys, 6 minutes in. So I'm sorry. For about 5 minutes in. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. 6 minutes in. So I'm sorry. All right. The echo stops now. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, so let me go ahead and just go ahead and. Well, I'm pretty sure that you guys heard what I said, so we don't have to go back there. I'm sorry about the production today. This will not happen again. I should have did another sound check before we came in here. Let me see. Let's get to it. Let me play this so now I should be able to hear it.
Department of Justice and the FBI prevented what would have been a massive and horrific terror plot in California.
Now, the FBI stopped a massive terror plot that would have been in California. The only problem is this is their doing. I mean, when are we going to wake up? Thank God that there were FBI agents who, was onto this and got the criminals. I'm not trying to belittle that in any way, but why am I saying this is the FBI's fault? How many terrorists you think came across that border? 20 million people came across. How many of those 20 million people do you think were terrorists? How many you think came here to subvert the United States of America, came here to help radicalize people who are disturbed? How many? 20 million people came through the border. 20 million. I'm grateful that they stopped these terrorists from hurting or harming anybody. But what I wanted to show, and the reason why I talked about the gun stats in California is because this shows you criminals don't care. Gun laws don't stop criminals. Bank fraud don't stop criminals. Petty larceny, grand larceny, it don't stop criminals. That's the reason why those words exist in the first place. They're to describe an action for criminal behavior, the repercussions of such. So criminals don't care about gun laws. They don't care about the law at all. Californians, for years, didn't have the right to bear arms legally. And it started with them going after the Black Panthers because they didn't want a bunch of Negroes carrying rifles and showing that they had the right to defend themselves. And this is the reason why, in the first place, California started to enact these unconstitutional gun restrictions. You took one of the wealthiest, if not the wealthiest state in the country. You stopped the people from having the right to defend themselves during the time of some of the most wealthiest people in the country living there. You then stopped any kind of water production and started to steal the water from the Delaware Gap to fund LA, when you could have made processing plants that would have took salt water and turned it into distilled water, and you'd have been having water go right into LA and any other community that you wanted. But nobody wanted to do this because no one wanted to fix a problem. They wanted to make it worse by design. Design of good ideas. Design of, we care, we love you so much, we want to do all of this stuff for you, and it never happens in the first place. And the FBI dropped the ball during Biden's administration because although we may have guys, now who, who's doing their jobs, we did have whistleblowers before. We just didn't have enough. We didn't have enough. We didn't have enough people saying enough's enough. Still being sprayed. We're still waiting for the individuals who helped Dr. Fauci develop a bioweapon to be held accountable. And they can't even indict a woman that said she married her father, allegedly, in order to help herself get a substantial reduction in payments and regarding property. Somebody who went and told a man whose properties is worth hundreds of millions of dollars that it wasn't. That same somebody. Everyone watches James Comey gaslit the whole entire country while running one of the most heinous spy operations on the president, people close to the president, and United States citizens. Had his way with that office. And people are watching him sail into the sunset because of how corrupt and nasty the whole system is. Imagine if 70% of the FBI agents would have stood up against the last administration, or even before that, when the James Comeys was running around doing what they wanted to do. Think about how much patriotism we would have in the nation, how much cooperation law enforcement would get from the citizens if they trusted law enforcement.
The Turtle Island Liberation Front, a far-left, pro-Palestine, anti-government, and anti-capitalist group, was preparing to conduct a series of bombings against multiple targets in California beginning on New Year's Eve. The group also planned to target ICE agents and vehicles. Listen to law enforcement here explain some of the details of that plot.
In November 2025.
Cut that real quick. Just to say, do you understand how patriotic Americans are in terms of wanting these people deported and out of here? Do you know how united the nation is right now? People are trying to instigate the left and the right thing, and you know, people are over that shit. Like, people are really over that. The people are staring down the eyes of a machine that has been exposed. The Wizard of Oz is known. The curtain is pulled back. And at this point, no one can tell you that they trust law enforcement. And when these guys went in there, they had such a clean slate. What mucked it up? A machine. A machine. Even too big for people who are supposedly in charge of the law to truly have the ability to constrict it. It's beyond them. I just don't want people to think that this corporation of these United States of America in any way isn't a corporation. It isn't. It's just straight a corporation. Companies that have been responsible for destroying our lives has only become more powerful. The CEOs of these companies only more wealthier. You do not see people who took away your life from social media because you spoke about an adverse reaction to the COVID shot. You don't see these people being held accountable at all. And I don't believe that you will. Because although a lot of us are angry and we all agree that we want America first, we don't want to finance anyone's wars. We don't care about financing any other countries. We want to take care of our country. Everyone feels that way. The problem is no one really wants to do it. I'm sorry, boss lady, but I gotta go. I gotta go a different direction in today's show. 'Cause we don't have a lot of time, and I guess for the last 6 minutes, 7 minutes, I'm gonna just say this: you and I are fortunate. We're fortunate to wake up and have the ability to decide what we want to make of ourselves in spite of whatever may be under the bed, whatever may be in the closet, whatever you may not want to know. But maybe you got a glimpse and you just see how bad it is. To a lot of you out there, I love you. I really do. And I want to help you understand this. So I'm going to say this to you in the most sincere way. You cannot critique something without having an adequate way. If you don't have an adequate way of showing how you're going to change it for the better, you are just complaining. That's what a lot of you guys are doing. Complaining. You do not have any figures of moral character, tried, tested, and proven, that you can say you would have to do this specific task, that specific task to represent you in this way, this, that, and the third. You don't. None of us do. None of us do. None of us have the perfect person. That's why I don't come online and I don't talk too much, because I'm forced to have to understand how heavy the world really is. I can't give you a critique on how to change something when I know that a great deal of majority of you are not. Whether you're on the right and you're a part of I don't think that one necessarily is racist. I just think that you're bigoted and prejudiced. I think there are a lot of small people out there. And because they're very small people, they do some of the most ignorant things in order to get attention. And once the attention happens on them, and then we just see what kind of small people these people are. And when I mean small, I mean they like their pond. They may be a big fish in that, but in all reality, they're just a small fish. And if people cared about the country, then they wouldn't tell you to hate a race specifically, or have some predisposition about what they think someone's race should be like or is like. Because I haven't experienced every single person in every other race or culture. I can only deliver you information that I've seen presented to me by a machine full of propaganda and hate. I see people online arguing, and I don't see people wise enough connecting. I love Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was the reason why I got invited to the White House the first time and the second time. He wasn't a racist. He was really, truly a beautiful person. And Charlie was my friend. But not for me to talk about his personal life or anyone in it. Only for me to say, I don't agree with the investigation, nor do I believe anything that I've seen anyone say. And I say that with confidence. I don't have a trust for the machine. I still have a trust for you. I dare the people like Nick Fuentes to open up a little more. Some people will say, why would I say this to a racist, or why would I say that? At some point in my life, I was misled too. I was a bad guy, really bad guy, very dangerous person. And I changed. I still may be capable of violence. I'm not a violent person. It's not my first or second resort. It's the absolute last thing that I want for me or for anybody else. I would much rather a lot of you guys out there who are screaming America first to start to put America first. Not just how you feel about what you've seen presented to you, given to you gift wrap, so you can continue to cultivate whatever feelings you may have emotionally, fitting in your small world. I dare you to go outside of it. I dare you guys with these platforms that are not being banned. And the reason why they don't ban you, the reason why you're not shadow banned, I'm shadow banned. Because these are the things do not want people to hear. They will echo you out because they will use you for that. They're not shadow banning you guys. Oh, they debanked you. I've been debanked. I can't get a bank. They wouldn't do my business. No, you're not the first. A lot of you guys are not the first. It's been 3 years since I've been able to go live on Instagram. You know what Instagram did? They went and erased all of the fraudulent reasons why they gave me live restrictions and then put some bullshit up there. Because they're not going to be held accountable. That's why. I promise you. I can't even go in there to fill out my tax information to get any kind of payment from these people because they won't even let me go in there. The screen won't allow me to process anything. I can't type in it. It's just they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. You guys are not the first. But if you have platforms that you can tell people you want an America first agenda, you can stop cutting off people from coming to the table and eating with you. Sometimes some of the most offensive things are some of the most easiest things to say at that, given moment. But as you progress and you become older, it doesn't sound the same as it did when it first came out. I don't want for my child to grow up in a nation that is destroyed because we didn't decide to start to work together. This isn't about race. This isn't about someone's culture or it's a culture, because everything here in the United States of America is homegrown here. Most of the things that we've seen in front of us has been programming put in front of us, no matter what color you are. Everyone is being poisoned. Everyone's food supply has been tampered with. Everyone's air has been tampered with. And I believe the hue of your skin and what kind of music you listen to is a very little consequence when every single last one of you guys who bicker over some of the most ridiculous things are still being poisoned. Most importantly, your hearts. Instead of saying something that you know is outlandish and hurtful or harmful, say something that's going to unite people. Join them. Be so compelling that in spite of all of the stink, the nasty things that people may say about you, be so compelling, be so magnetic that people will still come to you, and no matter what, you're still going to have something great to tell them. And everybody will be able to look at you and say, that's somebody I will want to follow. The reason why I brought Charlie up is to say this. There's a reason why he was the most successful. There's a reason why he was the biggest. There's a reason why he was loved by so many young millions of men in this country. A lot of people can talk about a lot of up-and-comers or guys, and none of them will ever be anything like Charlie. None of them will ever have anything close to what Charlie had. Because Charlie didn't have our hate. Charlie didn't have our anger. Charlie had our hearts. Charlie had our hearts. The majority of the men in this country don't want to hate. They don't hate any other race, no matter what race it is. The majority of women in this country are not promiscuous. The majority of women do not hate all men. The majority of women are not bad mothers. You've been programmed to see a lot of bad things, making you think people are just bad people. Unplug from the matrix. It's time you start to reach people's heart. Let them grow out of their anger. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay American. Remember, both sides, two dirty wings, same dirty, dirty, dirty bird. Peace.
I've been a patient here now for close to a year. I wanted the best care. I wanted consistent care. Sometimes you can go to places and when you do the reviews, you'll see, oh, you know, it's okay. Well, if this person is working, it's bad. But when you check the reviews on the Smile Doctor, it's all positive. As soon as you walk in the door, I was always made to feel like I was priority. It can give you a great experience. The televisions on the ceilings almost give you a euphoric flying feeling. They find out what music you like. So even the music of choice that you do like, it's playing when you walk in. I had a debilitating tooth issue that was actually going to start eating away at my bone marrow. And Dr. Reed caught it very early on. He removed the bad tooth. The surgery was easy, it was painless. I have two brand new teeth, and like I said, they're very attentive. So they're gonna measure your discomfort, they're gonna measure what pain you may have, and they're gonna deal with it. It's just a beautiful and positive environment. The experience here is unlike anything else I've ever went to, and I just encourage anybody out there, if you're watching this, come see the facility. Come listen to how quiet it is. Come listen to how happy the people are when they're exchanging words to each other. Come experience what it is to actually come and smile with confidence. Come to the Smile Doctor.